Yo, what's up, guys? Dar back for TGN.TV, and we are you. Alright, guys, we're going to start our new series here. This is going to be a leveling series for Star Trek Online. Recently gone free to play. It's going to get real exciting, so let's get right to it, guys. Alright, so here we are at a character creation screen. We're going to make us a new character here. Now these are your three classes we got here. We got Tactical Engineering and Science. Engineers here, these are the tanks of the game. On the ground they replenish your shields. In space they replenish shields and hull. They are basically the damage dealers. In space they basically drive big Greyhound buses. Can't really control them too well, or maneuver them too well, but they can take a ton of damage. Not very good at actually dealing out that damage. Alright, next we have the Science Officers. Now, Science Officers are basically your healers and debuff of the game. On the ground, they heal the team. They also kind of debuff the enemy. In space, your science ships are able to basically target the subsystems of the enemy, shields, weapons, auxiliary engines, so forth, so on, and they replenish themselves and other people's shields. Next we have the Tactical. Tactical is basically the DPS of the game, which is pretty much self-explanatory. On the ground they concentrate on doing damage in various different ways. In space they are basically glass cannons. They're the escorts of the game. They can deal a ton of damage and can't really take it too well. Good example of an escort would be the Prometheus from Voyager, or even the Defiant from Deep Space Nine. Alright, so we are going to make us an engineer here. Alright, you can look at the various races here. You can pause it if you want. So we got the humans right here. And you can see every race is going to have two traits. They come with let's look at the men here. They all come with two traits, and then most of them come with two racial traits, and then you pick two additional traits. So there was the Andorian. Here's the Bajorans. You can see here he's got a couple traits here, and then if you picked a Bajoran, you'd get to pick two additional traits. It usually comes with recommended, or you can pick your own. Here's the Benzite. And then, let's see, here we got the Betazoid. Then the Bajoran. Ferengi, you ugly bastards. Now this is the Join Trill. You can see the check next to the name. That's because I actually had to purchase that one way on back in the day. Alright, let's see, where is it at here? Alright, there's the Klingon. Now these are the Federation Klingon. These are not the Klingon Empire Klingons. There's the Paklid. There's Rigelian, the Sarian. Never really remember seeing them from anything, except I do remember like Sarian whiskey, I believe, was heard that mentioned quite a bit. There's the Tellarite, basically the dwarves of space. And here's the Trill. This is the regular Trill. This isn't the Join Trill. You see the Join Trill, they have the extra trait, which means if you pick the regular Trill, then you have to pick three of your choice, rather than having two there. Vulcans, it wouldn't be Star Trek without Vulcans. And this is the alien race. Now the alien race is really quite cool because you can make them look like anything you want. You can start out making him look, like a Klingon. Let's just say, make him look like a Klingon. Get tired of him looking at him like that. You can turn around later, go to a tailor, and you can make him end up looking like, a Klingon or a half dinosaur man or whatever it is you want. You can actually go and do that with any of the races. However, like if you were to pick a Klingon, and you wanted to, change the way he looks later on, you can do that, but he's still going to be a Klingon, regardless. I mean, you can't change him to look like anything other than a Klingon. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to create our character here. We've decided we're going to be an engineer, so now we're going to be a Klingon male. And we're just going to stick with these traits, these recommended traits, and the racial traits, the ones that come with it. You could, easily customize. Now you get to pick your head. Now you can go in here, you could actually spend hours upon hours in here, customizing everything. I'm just hit random here a few times, kind of look at, the different things you can do. But, I mean, you can make your character look like anything. I'm convinced you could actually sit here and end up making a Klingon look exactly like you. Of course, with the head and hair being a little different. But I'm just going to go with a standard one here. A basic one. Make him look like an older guy, like he's seen a few battles. Again, here's the body types. Same principle as the heads. You can do almost anything. You can see, you can go down through here, just, different parts of the body. I'm just randomizing so we can kind of check them out a little bit. But I'm going to go with this body type, and I'm going to change him up just a little bit because I like my Klingons to be kind of big and beefy. I don't want some small, shrimpy-ass little Klingon. That kind of doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. You want a Klingon to be a badass, And since we're on the Federation side, I just think that's cool. As far as uniforms go, again, you mean unlimited amount of customization you could do with the daggone uniforms, and even further, you could change the colors to a uniform and then take that one uniform and just make it look like something completely different just by changing the colors and stuff around. But for the sake of this, we're gonna go with a basic, uniform here, nothing big. We're gonna hit next, and now we're gonna name our character. Now, of course, we're just gonna name him Dar because we had a place marker in here just to kind of keep that name. Gonna name our ship. We're gonna name it the USS TGN. And down here you can actually, put in any name you choose, like your first, middle, and last name. You can write a little short story down there and a biography for your character if you want. It's really kind of cool. Actually, when you get promoted and go to the ceremony, if you put in a full name, they will actually say the full name instead of just your character name that you got up at the top there. Alright, so we are now going to enter the world. And I'm going to try to shut up during the opening thing here.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace. Live long. And 21 years ago, the star of the Hova system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant. I promised to save the Romulan homeworld. I failed. The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories. Time does not stop for one man, and neither does history. The chaos in Romulan space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Today, Jimpak, the Chancellor of the High Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpak says, is a Klingon truly Klingon. The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable. The Romulans want revenge for their lost world. The Dominion is rebuilding its forces. Now the Borg have reappeared and attacked the Vega colony. Resistance is futile. The Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin. The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Alright, here we go. And we are now in the world. We are in engineering. Alright, Ensign, get over here. Give me a status report. So I gotta get down here and talk to the good dude down here. Looks like we are probably in engineering. Or at least part of engineering anyway. Alright, you just push, shoot, what is that? Shift here to run. WAS and D to move. So, you know, it's pretty standard. Alright, here we go. Give report. The Borg are attacking, the Borg are attacking, and Captain Taggart needs all hands to battle stations. Need you to get to the bridge and help coordinate the efforts with the captain. Alrighty. Yeah, go ahead and close this. These hints will probably keep popping up here. Alright, attention, this is the captain speaking. All hands to battle stations. Repeat, all hands to battle stations. A large fleet of Borg ships are attacking the Vega colony. Federation ships are rallying to the defense, and we're moving to assist. Alright, so he wants me to come to the bridge. Running. See, I'm trying to lose weight. You know, that's why they made these long corridors here, so you can exercise. Alright, here we go. Taking a turbo lift to the bridge. Alright, so here we go. We are on the bridge now. We're going to go over here. Now, y'all might want to pause and read the dialogue if you want. Otherwise, I'm just kind of going to wing it. So he's basically, here you go, Dar. We're here to kick the shit out of some Borg. USS Kittimer is taking some heavy damage. We need you to contact Kittimer immediately. So basically, he's just going to have me run over here to the console, just talk to the Kittimer here, not a whole lot. They're going to start pushing this F thing a lot. I mean, F interacts with everything in the world, including looting. You just run by loot and pick it up just by hitting F. It's pretty cool. Alright, I usually keep it on auto loot. Alright, basically we're saying, hey Captain, he did it! Doris is awesome! He was able to hit the button. I know I'm talented, right? I was able to hit the button. Alright, we're receiving transmission.
Aboard the USS Kittimer. I am requesting assistance. Any Federation vessel in range. The Kittimer is being overwhelmed by Borg boarding parties. These Borg are different from the ones in my history record. Disconnected somehow. They're strange, but still quite dangerous. I've lost contact with the bridge. The main engineering is under assault. I am unable to contact Commander Davis for new instructions. I don't know how much longer we can hold the ship. You must send help immediately.
Say, quit being such a lazy prick and grab a rifle. Damn. Go kill some Borg. Doctor and Voyager would have done it. Alright, so what we need now is need Dar to head to the transporter room and head over to the Kittimer. They apparently need some assistance. Apparently the only guy over there fit to talk is a lazy ass EMH. Alright, so let's head over here to the transporter. Oh wait, we gotta go turbo lift first. Oops. Alright, F again. Head down to transporter room. There we are. Talk to the chief. Hello, Dar. Why are you stopping and talking to me? People are dying. Get your lazy ass over to the Kittimer. Oh, I am so sorry, ma'am. I was being too lazy. I will go. My bat'leth needed sharpening first. My bad. That's what I thought, you punk-ass Klingon. Alright, so basically here, she's just telling me I need to transport over to the Kittimer. And then there, we're going to run into the EMH again. Alright, transporter pad, hit F. You know, you don't have transporters in Star Wars. I'm just saying. Now, Star Wars The Old Republic is a cool game. I like it. But, yeah. I don't like running all the way across the damn planet to get back to my ship, to get on the ship, to go back to orbit. That part of it's kind of tedious. Even with the taxis, it's tedious. Alright, got a little fight scene out there. It's kind of cool. Alright, here's our EMH. Lazy prick. Alright, let's talk to this guy right here.
Help at last. I am an emergency medical hologram, not a miracle worker.
You're a lazy bastard.
I need your help, Ensign. Much of the Kittimer's crew was injured in the initial Borg assault. None of the crewmen assisting me have medical training. Maybe you will be more useful. I assume you passed basic medical training at the Academy?
You're an
Use your
EMH, get off your
tricorder
butt and
to
train
scan
him.
one of the patients. Your data will be uploaded to me automatically. There are advantages to being a hologram. When you're done.
Alright, now let's find us somebody here to scan with our tricorder. Again, it's just going to be the F key. Alright, let's see. Which one am I going to help here? Let's find the chick. Yeah, because, you know, I'm a straight Klingon. And I like to help the chicks. There you go. She's a blue chick. She's obviously, you know, in need of air. She's suffocating. Okay, it's Andorian. I know
Not
better.
bad, Ensign. You show some talent for medicine. If you work hard and apply yourself, someday you might be almost as skilled as I am.
Oh, I only wish.
Lieutenant Thelis is working on restoring the computers and auxiliary control. He needs assistance. Report to him for new instructions. I have 75 million gigaquads of computer memory and an extensive library of files on military tactics and command strategies. I believe I can spare a few bits of processing power for you. There is an 88.47% chance that you will need my help.
Oh, we don't need your help. This is a tutorial. There's one thing I don't like about the tutorial in this one. I mean, it does kind of go through it. It does have some cool things to it. But you can't die in it. Well, I guess you probably could if you stood there for 20 minutes. Alright, so basically here we have Borg. Borg are terrorizing the ship. They're acting kind of funny though. Some just stand there while others kick the shit out of us. Some are like their programming is screwed up or something. So basically, I need you to go over here, and I need you to beam up some Borg into the pattern enhancers, and then we're going to store them there and move them elsewhere. Woohoo! Said you could pause if you actually want to read it. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I was gonna do a little bit different stuff here, but yeah, my recordings got messed up, and I have to do some post commentary, and I can't really get everything enlarged here, so that's why I'm just kind of winging it. Alright, so we're going to beam in a couple of Borg into the transporter buffers. There we go. That's pretty cool. I still like the transporting effects. I think they're neat. Alright, so go over there and use the console. Yeah, that's why I paused a little bit so y'all can read them. Alright, let's go over here and beam them in. I like this part. It's probably my favorite part of the whole game. Beam them in and they get sucked out of this shit. Bye-bye. Y'all come back now. Here? Alright. Actually, I did that wrong voice, didn't I? Y'all come back now. Alright. So now we got to use transporter pad and go down one level. They're having some issues down there. And apparently I'm the only one on the ship that's capable of helping. Yep, so let's head to the transporter, damn it, the turbo lift. It's right in front of us. Something on that deck is blocking our sensors, Dar. Check for any, well, we'll keep going. Check for, why is this guy shooting the floor? Yeah, you're an idiot. That player's glitched or something. I don't know how the hell he did that. So anyway, sensors are blinded. We need to check for any devices being equipped being installed by the Borg, and there they are. So I gotta destroy a couple of these. There's the Borg there. I like this part. You destroy the thing, watch. Ah, the Borg went flying across the room. That's awesome. These Borg are completely weak. You can actually, just sit here and get constantly beat by them, and your shields, your personal shields, won't go down at all. I mean, they replenish faster than they can take them down. So yeah, they're pretty weak. There's actually a reason for that, which you're kind of getting clued into as we go. If you read the dialogue, they like the one guy said, they. Oh, okay, I gotta hit the turbo lift and keep going down here. Some of them just stand there, like their programming is glitched or something. So, but we'll get further into that. Now, your weapons here, you just see me like swinging at the air there. All your weapons have you always have like 3 basic attacks. Your regular beam. This particular one has a stun beam for a second one, and then your palm strike. Palm strike basically just knocks them down. It's an arc, so you don't even have to target, whoever's in front of you. It's just like an arcing attack. So these guys are so weak, you can just run by them shooting. So that's kind of cool. But anywho, yeah. So I mean, these Borg are nothing like what you'll encounter later in the game. They're definitely having some problems. And we are headed down, I believe, to main engineering now. You've seen where the words popped up flank. If you fire at the enemy from the sides or the back, you do added damage. They call it flanking damage. Which is kind of cool, especially when you get like in a party of 5. What I'll do is I usually end up grabbing all the aggro and then just run past the mob so that my entire party's standing there shooting the enemy in the back. Alright, so we gotta kill us some Borg here. So you can crouch, and when you crouch, you actually take less damage from energy weapons and do more damage with your energy weapons. However, like if you're fighting Klingons and stuff, you do not want to do this because you'll take added damage from melee attacks. And a lot of the Klingons you fight, like these bat'leths and stuff. Another thing, you can actually sit here for a while and just keep killing Borg, because they'll just keep coming around that corner up there, and you can actually get an accolade for killing so many Borg. There's several accolades for it, but you won't be able to get that accolade again. You won't have the opportunity to get that accolade again until level like 45 to 50, and 50 is still max level. Those boxes you see floating up there, it's a new thing they've added in the game. Gotta talk to this guy over here. And it's just a way for them to get money. Those boxes can only be opened by a key that you have to buy in the C-store for 100 credits. I don't even mess with it anymore. I bought 9 keys and got crap, so I ain't doing it anymore. Alright, so basically, thanks for your help. You were awesome. We couldn't have done it without you. You saved the ship. You're a hero. We've made you a red, white, and blue cape to wear around with a big S on it because you are awesome. Yeah, it would be cool though. So anyway, no, he's I basically just saved the ship. They've gotten sensors and everything back online, and they can contain the situation from here on out. Our ship, the USS TGN, has taken damage and been attacked itself, so I'm needed back on my ship. He is granting me assistance. He's letting me get a bridge officer, so this will be our first bridge officer. The bridge officers are exactly, like I described at the very beginning of the video. There's engineering, tactical, and science. And all of those are exactly the same as, you playing them. Your tactical officers are DPS. Your engineers are tanks and regen your shields. And your science will basically be your healers and debuffers. Okay, so here we go. Blah blah blah. Now, when y'all play this, you'll probably want to stop and actually read all this stuff because they're actually going to teach you about all the officers and everything. But we don't need to do it because we've just talked about it. Now we will have a ground mission coming up here shortly with our officer, and like I said, we only get one to start with. You get, I believe, you get the rest of them. You'll get at least one, maybe two more on your first mission outside of the tutorial. Yeah, we're just skipping past this real quick. Now, for your first mission and tutorial on the ground, you will get your one bridge officer to go with you. But any other time, you will have 5. You will have 4, 5 counting yourself. You'll always have a full party. So it's like Companions and Star Wars, only in this one, you get a lot more than one walking around with you. You can equip all of them. You can pick their skills, the whole 9 yards. Unfortunately, you can't make any of them have sex. There's no love interest in this game, which is really weird. Because Captain Kirk banged everything with 2 legs. And maybe even a couple things with 3. So so why there's no love interest in Star Trek is beyond me. Because all the captains were banging somebody. Even the new one, Spock's getting some. Alright, so this one here, you can, just like with your character, you can make them look like anything you want. You can see me. See, I like this outfit. This is the Mirror Universe outfit from the original series. Yeah, like I said, earlier, a lot of these things I bought a long time ago because a lot of it I bought because I'm a retard. The very few things I actually bought that I'm actually glad I bought. Like, I'm glad I bought the triples. I'm glad I bought the high-end ships. By high-end, I mean in-game ships. The only ship I bought that I regret is I bought the Constitution class because you only use it for your first 10 levels. And then it's gone, if you do get it, however, there is an added bonus that it comes with blue phasers that level with you. So you can actually take the phasers off of it, dismiss the ship, and then pick it back up out of the sea store because you've already bought it. So you can get the ship multiple times. You can only have one at a time. So keep taking the phasers off of it to put on your new ships. Alright, so this here's just going to tell us how to navigate and all that other good stuff. Again, we're going to skip it. So basically what's going on here is there are multiple ships that are all having trouble because they're all weak little bastards, and we rock because we're TGN. That's right. None of these ships are the TGN. If all these ships were TGN, the Borg would just be getting their asses stomped. Alright, so we're going to have to run around here and save people on other ships. We're just going to beam them over, and then we're going to run them over here to the USS Seacall and Seacall, something like that. And we're going to drop them off on their ship. Not a big deal. It's really easy. Now, as far as flying your ship, you can see right there to the left you can see a little picture in the lower center of my screen there. The bar right to the left, you can use A and Q to raise and lower your speed. But you just use W, A, S, and D to navigate. Or to fly, whatever. And then you can also hold both buttons down on your mouse and just use your mouse to navigate or to fly around as well, just like flying in Warcraft. Or swimming. Alright, so we now have control. You can see the Kittimer's all fuckered up. Now this is one of 3 skins that you will get. It's randomly generated. And then after you get through the tutorial, you can actually go in and reskin the ship with any one of the other 3s, or mix and match the parts to kind of create your own unique looking ship. So as you can see there, we just did a quick beam. So you just hit F to interact, just to do the beaming real quick and easy. No worries, there he is. Alright, you've gathered all the sick people, all the injured. Now get over here and beam them aboard. Yes, ma'am. We'll get right on that. Alright, go ahead and pause it there if you want to read it. And there's this stupid hints again, which you'll probably want to use, but since I've run through this thing, God, probably about 100 times, I don't need it. Alright, so thank you for all your help. Now we gotta warp over here to this other battleship. Well, basically, well, no, they're hailing us. So, USS TGN, you are awesome. You kicked the shit out of everybody. Our ship is majorly screwed up, but we have materials to repair your ship. Get your weapons and shields back online. So get over here and we will definitely help you out with that. So I believe that's the Renown over there, if I remember correctly. So basically we're going to run over there and he's going to help. He's going to get our stuff back up and running. Now at this point you're getting pretty close to the end of it. We're roughly about 2/3 of the way all the way through the tutorial. So we're gonna run over here real quick and get our we'll click our arrow there. That'll get us to full impulse. Now when you do use full impulse, you do want to be careful if you're going into combat, because it takes all your energy and puts it straight into your engines. Which means when you get there, you won't have very much power going to your shields or your weapons. And you'll have to wait for the energy to balance back out. It just takes a few seconds, but that's a few seconds that you're vulnerable. Alright, so they have repaired our systems. That was pretty quick and easy. So blah blah blah, and we're off. We must go kill a few probes. They've got a few Borg probes they want us to destroy before they regenerate. Alright, there's a bunch of probes around here, Captain. We must kick the shit out of them. There's a bunch of stuff there if you want to learn about, weapon systems and everything. Now you can see me right-click on these boxes down here. These are my weapons. This is my weapon display. And by right-clicking them, I set them to auto-fire. So all I have to do is hit spacebar once, and they will constantly refire as they recharge. Which allows you, your freedom to maneuver and use all your special commands. Which, right now, we don't have yet. We do have a high-yield torpedo for our tactical officer, but we can't use it yet. We're not going to be able to use it till we warp out here. I believe we get access to it when we warp to the next part here. Yes, we did it, Captain. We destroyed helpless, defenseless little probes. They didn't shoot back. Aren't we awesome? Alright, here we go. Now we're going to shoot something that actually shoots back. Again, tutorial though. Not going to do a whole lot of damage to us. But you'll notice that changes real quick after you get into your first mission after the tutorial. Alright, gotta kill us some interceptors. Again, these guys are pretty easy. I see some of the, like the blue you see up there says USS whatchamajigger, and it has like Rob or something above it. That means that one's a player. Now a lot of times you'll see ships that'll be like USS Nova or something, or just say Nova class. Those are the NPC ships, which is kind of cool because then you can see the different classes of ships that you do have available to you. Some of them, if you do want to spend the real money on them, you can do that and get those class of ships. But like I said earlier, I really don't recommend spending real money on ships until you get to the end game. At least Vice Admiral or Rear Admiral. I'm sorry.
Warning: ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
And poof, they're dead. Pretty easy, this part. I do like the explosions. I like the graphics. So far, this really, honestly, is the best space game I've played, period. I know a lot of people are going to hate this comment, but yeah, it's way better than even Eve. The graphics, the control, it's just so fluent. Alright, now this is one thing, it is kind of annoying. It takes a second after you get out of combat, your dot has to move before, it considers you out of combat. Alright, got an incoming message from the Vega colony. And you can see that's my bridge officer, not just, some random guy too, so that's cool. Alright, so we are getting our asses kicked down here on the Vega colony. Need you to get your asses down here, bring some backup, and kick the shit out of some Borg for us. We're too weak to handle it on our own. Even though we have a whole shit ton of Marines down here, we just can't do it. We need you and your officer to come down to save the day. I'm sorry, Captain. We're just too bad. We're just too weak. Please come help us. What would the Federation do without us? I mean, seriously. I mean, we are saving the Federation non-stop. Nobody else in the Federation knows how to fire a weapon or smack a bitch in the face. Alright, so we're going to talk to this guy. He just wants us to go over here and talk to this ugly chick. And we're going to get our first kit and our phaser rifle. Now, basically what kits do in this game is they give you abilities. You can you can get different kits do different things. There's like, I don't know, 8 to 10 different engineering kits, and each kit has different abilities with it. And then you do of course get inherent abilities, as you level up and go through your talent tree. But one of the cool things about kits though is you can keep a couple different kinds with you and change them out depending on the situation. Some like an engineer, for instance, some kits you may want a kit for fabricating turrets and stuff, or you may want to swap it out for one to recharge shields. It just depends on the situation. There's some to make shields, like shield barriers, so you can kind of funnel the enemy in, so they can't walk through them. So kind of bottleneck them. That's kind of cool. All right, so we just got to run around here, kill us some Borg, and free these civilians here. Again, these guys are pretty weak, just like the ones we were fighting on the ship. Oh, thank you for your help. Now I'll walk up on this one. I'll see the mines materialize on the ground. I laid a minefield out, and it just annihilates anybody around it at this level. Now, once we get into a real mission, no, they're not. They're still gonna do a lot of damage, but they're not gonna do anywhere near the kind of damage they're doing that we're seeing right here. It's just kind of fun to play with it, the way it is right now. Alright, looks like we need to find us another one. Yeah, we got a bunch of players running around here, so it kind of takes you a minute. If you can get in here and be the only one in here, then you can knock us out in a hurry. But with this game going free to play, this game has just blown up with the population. Especially since they started bringing back weekly episodes now. So every Saturday they're releasing new content, which is really cool. But sometimes it just takes it a few to get in the game. Alright, so now we gotta run out here and take down a turret, a few Borg, and then we're pretty much done. We'll just have one more part of the space mission and we'll be out of here. Alright, use our shift button to run again. You see that little bar that pops up? That's kind of a fatigue bar. There's those boxes again. Now I believe you can just vendor them and get a little bit of cash, which is cool too. You can use your replicator and just recycle them to get the money, so you don't actually have to go anywhere to vendor. Or you can sell them on the auction house, but they're really not selling for much. The only cool thing about the boxes is you have a chance to get a Galore class cruiser. But yeah, you can just get them off the exchange. People are selling them for about $1 million to 2 million credits. I'd rather do that than spend $30-40 buying keys, hoping to God I get one, So yeah, I'd rather just get it off the auction house myself. Alright, so here's Admiral Quinn telling us what a great job we're doing, how awesome we are. And he's letting us know he's got one more mission for us. So we gotta go take down a sphere and a cube. That's I guess the big boys here. But again, tutorial mission, so nothing's gonna be too difficult. Alright, here we are. So we just have to go to one of the navigational beacons. You see the circles on the mini-map up there in the corner? Or you can always just hit M and bring up the map and you'll see circles right there. That will be pretty much consistent throughout the entire game, letting you know where to go do your mission at. You know, kind of like the old quest helper, or well, even the in-game stuff in Warcraft now. I think we have it in Star Wars too. Yeah, they're just harder to see. Alright, so here's our sphere. You can see there's already a bunch of other NPC ships here fighting it. Now you will notice, I mean, the game is cool and it's a lot of fun once you get through the tutorial mission. But you don't really have a whole lot of abilities yet. So it's pretty much just tactics, try to stay alive a lot. As you level though, you get new abilities, you get new officers. All your officers have abilities. So it gets to be a whole lot more fun using the right ability at the right time. It's really quite cool. Once we get through here, maybe in one of the future episodes we'll start doing some of the special task force missions. Or well, we won't be getting those for a while. But, what is it? The fleet actions, which are basically open world, what would we call them? Open world raids, we can call them. You just join a queue for them. You actually used to have to fly to them. Now you can just join a queue for them and be transported to one, which are really cool. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many player ships are able to be in there against the enemy ships. But if you can get in them right, I mean, you can get in there, and it's like seeing a battle like on Deep Space Nine, during the Dominion War, where there's just fleets of ships going at each other. One fleet, you got the players versus the NPCs. And trust me, when you get in there, yeah, the NPC ships in there, they don't screw around. They're not like playing.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Alright, we've just leveled. Got our first rank. We are Lieutenant 1, so we're no longer a lonely little ensign. And we are headed back to Earth. This is the end of our tutorial. We're going to go to Earth Space Dock. The Sol System. Or Sector 001. See all these other ships here. These are player ships. Other people.
Excellent work. I will
Anytime
return.
you see the... yeah, we don't want to hear you. Anytime you see those blue words, those are usually players. There's a lot of them around. One of the cool things about this game, though, it's all instanced. So there are several servers, but you're able to freely jump between servers at any time. So like if you have a friend on, you can look up in the upper right-hand corner and be like, or Space Dock. Well, what number? 23. Well, I'm on 64. Let me jump over to 23. So it's really quite cool. You don't have to pay for server transfers, which I have yet to see what they're going to do in Star Wars for that. They're probably going to make you do transfers for paid transfers. It's going to be my guess. They may take after Rift, but I'm going to say I doubt it. Because if I remember right, I think I believe they have free transfers in Rift. Now this blue path here, you'll never see it again. This is just for the tutorial to show you how to get to the Admiral's office. Admiral's just going to give us command of our ship. He's going to give us a token to customize our ship if we want, and a console. And the consoles give you bonuses to defense, to weapons, to abilities, and things of that nature. So I believe here I'm just going to take the engineering console, which is going to help me, give me a little more survivability. I'm not going to use the, the customization token, because I'm going to jump over. In our next episode, we're going to be using our Constitution class ship. But like I said, you won't have that one unless you actually purchase it, which, I don't know. I probably wouldn't purchase it. If I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't. I mean, I do like being able to use those phasers on my higher tier ships, but I don't know. But here's the ship we had. You use this customization window. You can turn it around. You can see all the little things here. These are the different skins you can choose for your first ship. The Marauder, the Centaur, or whatever they call this futuristic one here. You can actually you can go to Advanced and you can make it look any way you want. Down here's where you buy the ships. Now out there's the new Odyssey class. This is the new Enterprise F. The ship was actually designed by a player. They had a contest and everybody voted on this one being the best. So that is user-created content. This game has a lot of user-created content. There's probably 1,800 missions and stuff you could do in here, all created by players. It's awesome. I mean, this game is very in tune with the community. Alright guys, well I think we're going to cut it here, and I will be back in roughly a week or so. Till next time guys, this is Dar, and I will see you in game. This video is brought to you by the Way Movement, a career path in video. Brought to you by TGN. To learn more, please visit tgn.tv.